Hey there folks, my name is Empty Berry, and welcome to today's episode of Lore to Go, the series where we talk about the story behind games in 5 minutes or less. This episode is on a topic that has been requested a few times by people, the story of Cayde-6. If you're new to Destiny, you might not know who this is, but he was a beloved character in Destiny and the last Hunter Vanguard. We'll be going over his early history, as well as some notable points during the timeline of the Destiny games. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel in order to see more videos about characters and events in the Destiny universe. With all that said, let's jump into it. During the golden age of humanity, Cayde-6 was just known as Cayde, a human soldier with a wife and child who had a gambling problem. He incurred many debts and found himself in a position where the only way he could pay them off was to sell himself to Clovis Bray's EXO program. Upon becoming an EXO, he was unable to contact his family, but kept a journal where he wrote letters to his son Ace. Cayde did various jobs as a security officer at this point across the solar system, and was present during the collapse. He does not remember much of it except being restrained by a shadowy creature on a destroyed world, which likely was when he died. Sometime after the collapse, Cayde was resurrected as a guardian. He awoke with no memories of his past, but he still had his journal that he wrote to Ace. Though he didn't remember his son, he continued to write letters to the boy. Cayde was a daring and adventurous guardian, regularly taking on missions in the field that were risky and dangerous. He worked with a group of other hunters, one of which was the Hunter Vanguard named Andal Brask. Cayde accepted what is known as the Vanguard Dare from Andal, which states that whoever fulfills the requirements in the dare becomes the next Hunter Vanguard. They bet on who could kill the fallen mercenary Taniks, though Taniks killed Andal Brask in the process. After hunting down Taniks, Cayde would take over as the Hunter Vanguard alongside Zavala and Ikora. When the Guardian first came to the tower, Cayde assisted them by providing them glimmer and some materials. However, he didn't believe in them much at first, betting that they would die at the Black Garden and joking with Shaxx about the concept of a single Guardian turning the tide against their enemies. By the time that Oryx invaded the system though, the Guardian and Cayde had become fast friends due to many missions working together. Cayde was instrumental in defeating Oryx, going behind the rest of the Vanguard's back to outfit a stealth drive to Eris Morn's ship and helping the Guardian sneak aboard Oryx's ship with it. He would then spend the rest of the war working with Eris and the Guardian to take down the Taken King. Years later, Cayde was present in the last city when it was attacked by the Red Legion. After the loss of the light, Cayde remained in the city, determined to find a way to kill Gaul, the Cabal leader. He came up with the idea to use a Vex teleporter to assassinate him, then stole a ship and went to Nessus to find one. While he found a teleporter, he had no idea how to use it, and wound up trapped in an endless teleportation loop until the Guardian rescued him. He then met up with the rest of the Vanguard and planned an assault upon the last city to defeat Gaul. They fought their way into the city, then Cayde set up his Vex teleporter to get them onto Gaul's ship. From there, the Vanguard and the Guardian defeated the Red Legion commander, freeing the Traveler and regaining the light. Cayde would go on to do his duties as Hunter Vanguard, directing missions and helping to rebuild the city. He eventually grew bored in the tower and ventured out to hunt enemies of the Vanguard, which he would then put into the Prison of Elders on the Reef. Most notable of these were the Scorn Barons, who were powerful fallen outlaws that had taken over the Reef following the Red War. Cayde and some others defeated them, but their leader Fikrul escaped from being sent to prison. At some point later, Petr Revenge called Cayde and the Guardian to the Prison of Elders to help stop a prison breakout. In the chaos, the Scorn Barons had managed to escape, who Cayde then decided to stop by himself. Unfortunately, he realized too late that he had fallen into a trap. Cayde engaged in a mighty fight against the 8 Barons and their troops, but one of them destroyed his ghost. Realizing this was the end, he came face to face with Uldren Sov, the Prince of the Awoken. Uldren was behind the prison break and was working with the Barons. The Guardian rushed to save Cayde, but was too late, and Uldren fatally shot him in the chest with his own weapon, the Ace of Spades. With his dying breath, Cayde reassured the Guardian that this wasn't their fault, and asked them to relay his last words to Ikora and Zavala, that this was the best bet he ever lost. Cayde-6 then died his final death, and the Guardian, consumed by loss, would set out to claim their revenge against Uldren and the Barons. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Lore to Go. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. That's all for today though, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.